executive editor of Hub Culture. Here in Davos, it's 2026, and I'm here with Sarah Backhouse. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's my 10th year at Davos. So
well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
So, executive director at World 50 Group. So tell me, first of all, your reflections on this Davos. What feels different about it compared to the last 10 years?
It is a significant Davos, and it does feel palpably different. Because of the geopolitical state that we find ourselves in, I think it was a lot more tension coming into it. That said, it's also a very relevant Davos. This is Larry Fink's first Davos, and the attendees are off the charts. The 3,000 WEF official attendees, over 800 CEOs.
100 tech unicorn CEOs.
That's right, indeed. And a lot of political leaders, including 4 of the G7, and of course, President Trump. Along with President Trump, a very big US delegation. So I think all those things felt very different. I think because of the tension, though, despite the theme of a spirit of dialogue, conversation felt a little less candid.
Interesting.
People were cautious about what they were speaking about. So that's how it feels different this year.
Okay, so what about some of your members, the World 50 members? What was top of mind for them this year?
Yeah, so World 50 members were out in force, over 100 here in Davos, representing our CEO community, CFOs, chief comms officers, you name it. 2 main themes dominated. Back to geopolitics. That is the overarching topic that all organizations are grappling with. And there's been so much that's happened in the last few months, from Venezuela to Iran to, of course, Greenland.
I mean, back to President Trump, continuing to dominate.
Indeed he was, and after a lot of escalation around Greenland, I think there was a palpable sense of relief, especially from European organizations, that there's not going to be a big schism between the US and NATO. So that is the number one theme that people are thinking about.
And extraordinary that it happened here at Davos. So people quite often say, you know, is Davos still relevant? And I think, you know, how amazing that that conversation happened
Indeed,
at Davos,
I know,
right?
to watch it from USA House, it's quite a surreal moment.
Yeah.
The other big theme, of course, is AI. Now, this started last year. I think AI dominated all the billboards along the promenade, and it's continuing. It's gone from adaptation to deployment. That said, I think there's a bit of cautiousness in that, because we are slowly seeing signs of business ROI around AI, but it's very, very nascent. So I do expect AI to continue dominating for years to come. And then there was a few, of course, you know, really thought leaders in the space talking about artificial superintelligence or robotics and governance, of course, around AI. But from a business perspective, still kind of green shoots.
Interesting. I noticed fewer chief sustainability officers on the promenade and just coming into the studio than in previous years, but I still had some really interesting conversations around climate and around investing in climate, frankly.
Indeed. I think that's a really good point. Those 2 themes dominated, but of course there were pockets of lots of different conversations. That's what's wonderful about Davos. You really come here to learn. I had the privilege of attending a session at Gold's House with the Chief Sustainability Officer of L'Oreal, and that conversation was all about how do you scale innovation for meaningful impact. So those conversations are happening, but just much less dominant and much less visible than previous Davoses.
So what about any personal reflections? What are you taking away from this Davos?
I know, one thing that really stayed with me is the Edelman Trust Barometer. It's a very early Tuesday morning breakfast I religiously attend. And this year's theme was trust and insularity. Essentially, people are looking much more within, turning to their own trusted media sources, their group of friends that will validate the opinions that they already hold. And the charge coming out of the barometer was take ownership of that. How can you in your personal ecosystem look out, be more connected, and recognize your own tendency towards insularity and break free? So for me, that will be a big one that I will embrace heading into the rest of the year.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for stopping by the Hub Culture studio here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.